rocket like rocket fuel.
Not a day in my life, long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no, we gon' hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life, as long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black.
Coach, it is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Seattle Seahawks. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Go now. 15 line. 15 line. Come on, dude. Hey, Irvin. Right, check. 59.
Off the play fake. Frank sliding out of the pocket. And his first pass is incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Frank. Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. He's got a man. Complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Look at me, zipper.
Off play action. Frank nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Hey! Be ready! Be ready!
Mike's 50! Mike's 50!
Hey, exit!
It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Mike's 50!
Looking to throw. Frank. Throw left side complete. It's Wade. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
On the ready.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. All right, here we go.
Now.
Stay on. Check 24. Watch the safety creep. Watch the shit.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Come get some.
Looking to throw on second down. Frank. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Ready.
50. Watch the curl.
Hey, wahoo!
50. Max 50. Get ready. Hey, Mike 50.
Off the play fake. Frank. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Break.
The mic, boy. 56. Check 56. Here we go. Jump.
Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Ready. 6-6. Pull it high.
Back.
Hey. High 7. Yep. 5.
Castillo to throw on third down. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Returnable here for Davis. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start first and 10. Off play action. Frank. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Back to the air on second down. Frank. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
The coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Frank. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. From the gun, Frank. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matthew Ioannidis. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh. Ready.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. 1st down, Seahawks.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Saints' 45-yard line.
Ready up.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go. Pick it up, D. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Let's go.
They run with Breida. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
What we got?
Hey.
Come.
Look at me. Zipper.
Check 56. I got you, pop. Check 3.
Here's Breida. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Come on, set. 15 line. 15 line.
Now a give coming right is Breida. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
29-yard line.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13. Running out of the gun here, Breida. It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on third down.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Mike, 56, right there, right there.
To throw is Castillo on third down. Fourth down after the New Orleans defense holds serve. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brings up second and 1 at the 33-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
152 fighter.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Bam.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A gain of 4 yards. First down, Saints.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
Hey, watch it. Hey, switch gears.
Hey, lock it.
Get wide.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Here we go.
Greystone, travel.
Watch one. I got one. Shift.
Hey!
Check.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Set. 91. Check. Now.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Ready.
Off the play fake. Frank. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Down. 18 Gator.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball.
Hey, Foxtrot.
54. Come on, 54.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. But they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Well, it's third down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Watch the pass. Under 10. 10. Kill. Check 3. Sponge. No. Tight dog.
Check. Pilot. 64. Weak. Hey, Alpha.
56. Mike 56. Right here. Kill. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Let's go.
This is Breida. And he's got room. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Matt Breida with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point safely through. And the lead is now 10-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
33 yards that time.
Ready.
Go. Mike 1.
Hey, Echo.
That's trash.
5.
Back to throw. Frank. Flushed out right. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
At the 21-yard line.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
8 read. 80 weapons.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert
2nd and 9 now. And he's taken down here by the Saints. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Check 13. Check 13. No.
Hard.
Set. Go.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Big gas.
22 jet bomber. Hey, Delta.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic.
Yep.
On the delay, here's Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Castillo. And that is incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. To throw on 3rd down, Frank. And the throw there going to be incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off.
Watch delay. So Mike's number one. You better bring it. They'll
try and throw for it here. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh.
Here we go. Check 52.
Go. 5.
Breida, he'll try the right side. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Matt Breida, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 17-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Hey, high 7.
To throw again. Frank out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Hey, dude.
Looking to throw. Frank. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Wade. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Mike 20. Down to lose 1. Hey, Mike.
Go. Yes.
And go Mike 20. Let's make these babies cry.
Go.
Back to throw. Frank. And a big loss here as he's taken down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Go. 5.
Looking to throw. Frank, and he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
So Mike number one.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Mike 1. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Here we go.
Go.
Watch 1. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Hey, Alpha.
And that'll set them back 5. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Hey.
Here we go.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Wade. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. Yeah, after that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Come on, set. 60 or.
Watch the mic. Watch one. Watch the curve. So Mike's number 1. Mike.
Hey, Echo.
Back to throw. Frank. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 8 yards in the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
He's coming. We got double up. Check 9. 49.
Hey, Sam off.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's got this down to the 35. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
So Mike's number 1. Here it comes.
Hey, orbit. 5.
Looking to throw. Frank. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Hey, we heavy on the edges.
Hey, Delta. Here we go. Deep rip.
Throwing again. Frank. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Check 25. He's checking.
Leo.
Showing up.
2.
Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. On 4th down, Frank letting one go deep for the... And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. So he actually goes back about 9 yards on the return, but the interception is clean, and they have the pigskin, and they take over. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
They'll start on the ground with Breida, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Malik Jefferson. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one's maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now Castillo throwing on 3rd and long. And the pressure gets to him again. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the 3rd phase, but you see here it can be the 1st phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
So Mike is small. Now! Mike 1! Pick it up, guys, pick it up.
Ready?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch, just 1 yard, making it 39. Back to throw. Frank, and the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. Looking to throw. Frank, and he's going to go down again. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear that the Seahawks are going to win this football game.
Let's go. 50, plant.
You ain't going nowhere. Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Castillo now. Going to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
You don't want to throw away this excellent field position, but that's 2 incomplete passes in a row. Definitely need something big here on 3rd and 10.
Conversely, defense has done a good job on 1st and 2nd down. The coverage has been draped. Back to throw. Castillo going to throw deep for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen. And you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
So nice number one. Squeeze.
Go.
On first down, Frank. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Watch one.
Bravo. Good.
Watch a slant.
Get it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Frank. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Wade. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey. Hey, Charlie.
Watch one. Rabbit.
Ready.
Operating from the gun. Frank. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So the victory here for Seattle. And, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Seahawks, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew. So I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby.
receptionist. Now, 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the errands need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. And plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. No, they ain't thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. With the right hand, catch with the left touchdown.
They can't take it to 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right, turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Ready, set, steady, back. Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can